Hotep. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy, Concerned Spirit. Just wanted to have a little brief segment this uh, on this little moment. You know, Hotep to all my brothers and sisters, all kings and queens. And I was thinking about how to save America. It would be, for one, stop spending them trillions and billions and trillions of dollars on this war. That's pretty much just not gonna get us nowhere. Um, if you pretty much think about that, just stopping the war, you would stop a lot of shit. I mean, you start investing that money within your own land. You start making poverty low minimum wage. You start bringing that up to a maximum wage. You start investing into our streets, our telephone poles, make them underground, investing them into our homes, making them more stronger and secure for weathers and stuff like that. You know, investing into the school, to the education, investing into, you know, into our benefits. Also investing also into more clean energy instead of running fossil fuel. I understand that, you know, we got to make our profit, and you guys have worked so hard to you know, hold down your oil companies and whatnot, you know, your banks and whatnot. But you keep doing all this war shit, man. I don't know what you're trying to intimidate. I don't know what y'all trying to prove, what the agenda is. I don't care. But what I do care is about my people. What I do care is about my future, for my future generation. I want to prepare the present just for future preparation of my future generations. If we really stop looking outside of self and just being egotistical and being selfish, not knowing how to reason, and can't be compassionate, and can't have pretty much no comprehending. You know what I mean? Once you stop doing all of that and you start thinking outside of self, you're pretty much gonna be senseless. And once you become senseless, you're gonna become shut down. Therefore, you're not gonna reason anymore, and you're only gonna operate on emotions. And then once you start operating on emotions, it's gonna be an egotistical world, a selfish world. Everybody out for themselves and not caring for nobody. I understand the metaphysical parts of the meta self-awakening of self, and, you know, start practicing your higher conscious and start understanding and overstanding the envelope that you're in, and try to surpass the envelope so you can understand how life really works, and how the DNA process of signature really works, and how the soul travels through previous life experience just for the interface template that seeks through previous life. You know, once you start the decoding that signature, breaking your DNA signature, you're gonna start knowing what I'm talking about. A lot of people don't even know what I'm talking about, but, you know, we gotta start learning. In other words, I mean, pretty much pull yourself from the gravitational pull that is making you do this stuff on an everyday basis. You know, stop being on autopilot. Do things that is going to better yourself. Do things that's going to better your family. Do things that's going to better your community. And the only way by doing that, don't go outside of self. Don't go outside of meta and think of otherwise, because that's out of bounds automatically. The best way about changing the tomorrow is by changing yourself. I think if you invest your time into yourself and start decoding yourself, you will know what I'm talking about. But I'm not saying you can do what you want to do, but not everybody is not everybody are decoders. You know, a lot of everybody is on autopilot. A lot of everybody wants their things done easy for themselves, or they'll seek a woman to spend a night, you know what I mean, for themselves, or find another woman to do things for themselves. Or a woman will seek different males just for them to spend a night, or a woman will seek a male just because he has fancy cars and all that. See, look at here, my beloved. See, we're completely confused on this hallucination and this illusion that is overthrowing your perception. You're now you're now operating on emotions. Again, you're overthrowing yourself to the propaganda that you see and what you already agreed upon, what is real. Once once you come to an understanding on the envelope that you are in and start seeing surpass that, you're going to become fully more consciously aware, and you're going to start practicing exercising your higher self-consciousness. But it takes time. It's not easy, my beloveds. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes commitment. It takes studies. It takes asking the right questions, and it takes a decoder to do it. See, not everybody are decoders. Sometimes you have to plant that grain of knowledge, and it will burrow deep down in their sternum, and it'll hit their heart, and their heart will eventually manifest that knowledge, and they will seek the knowledge themselves. But you got to eat right. You can't really just get that grain of knowledge just by reading books and eating the pork chops and smoking weed and doing crack and doing ecstasy and shrooms and this Molly bullshit. See, my beloved, that is there on this system, on this society that we all call the Matrix. It is there to suppress you, because they all know there's so many potential individuals that if you were to take these kind of substance away from them, they will evolve mentally, spiritually, to a stage that they will become meta, like the beta. They'll become beta before you're going to become beta, and then you'll work your way up to become alpha. That's why you got alpha and beta. They're always, they knock heads. But my beloved, all I'm got to say is stop looking outside of self. Stop worrying about what's going on the other side of the world. Stop worrying about what just happened down the street. Stop worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow. Stop worrying about what's going to happen in the next 30 minutes. Worry about yourself. I understand you have family members. I understand you have close loved ones. I understand you have real good friends and all that. But you got to understand yourself. You cannot save nobody, and you can't reach out to nobody. You can't give advice. You cannot be the mama and papa of anyone if you have not decoded yourself. What are you doing? What are you doing to unlock your signature? What are you doing to decode yourself? What are you doing that is making a difference for tomorrow? You got to think about that, my brothers and sisters. You got to really, really think about that. You got to really think about. You got to really think about some a lot of stuff that's going on with yourself. Learn how your mind works. Learn how your brain works. It was there for a reason. This is no coincidence, my beloveds. You're not here on coincidence. You're not here because of an accident. You're here because your soul seek the embodiment of yours to gain his spiritual growth on the next level. It might sound crazy, I know, because this is the kind of stuff you only hear on sci-fi movies or not, but the real is more realer than sci-fi. I don't even know that was even a word. But those that know what I'm talking about, they know what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to reach out to anybody or nothing like that. I'm just trying to send out a message. Sometimes I think about a lot of what's going on, and I research it, and so I can stop thinking and start more of knowing. Because see, once you start realizing how your brain works, and when you start thinking, you're going to automatically try to accumulate your own self facts. And then once you think you know, you really don't know. You might be very bright and brilliant and a genius and well educated, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have knowledge and you have intelligence. See, never confuse education with intelligence. Word up. You can self-teach yourself. Everything is I, self, you. Worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. The influence of you being the king or queen of your own household will influence others. Trust me. I'm not perfect, but I'm working on perfection. I'm working on my somatic appetite. I am working on to bring my Kundalini force high and rise up with 13. I'm working on all that. And I'm doing these kind of videos so I can reach out to people that are still seeking out some kind of grain of knowledge or grain of intelligence, or grain of intellect or intuition. We all stumble upon, curveballs and speed bumps and sinkholes in life. And life is an experience. Life has its side effects. But control all of your sides and control all of your effects. Stop having a peripheral view of the world of what you think is real. Because first, you have to delete what you believe is real, so what's real can be revealed. I'm going to leave it like that. Hotep, I wish you guys abundance of prosperity, happiness, joy. Embrace love and love yourself. Influence. Again, love yourself. I'm out. It's your boy, Concerned Spirit.